Hello everyone, my name is Adrian Bolio, and today I'm going to be reading from my Chi Cultivation and Manipulation book. You can find it on Amazon for $10 if you want to support this channel, but let's get into it. Today we are going to be talking about how does Chi cultivation work? Yeah? Alright. Chi is an internal energy generated by the body through the consumption of certain foods, paying off karma debts, or going through good deeds to do for others. Practice and manipulation of Chi, such as in meditation and Qigong, and by training the mind to see reality in different perspectives. Qi can be felt within the body and used to perform different functions within as well, but it can also manifest physically and be used to affect the world around us. Qi is naturally occurring white wispy substance that takes form through the mind's intention. Alright, and the feeling it exerts within the body. Starting from the kidneys, known as the source of Qi in the abdomen or solar plexus chakra, Qi is formed through digestion and fasting, and then can be manipulated to the body's command. It can be used to enhance certain aspects of the human body, such as loosening muscles and activating the pineal gland, which is the small pine cone-shaped gland that is located in the very center of your brain. Qi inhabits all the cells of the body and helps the mind communicate with them on a cellular level. With enough practice, when combining Qi cultivation, willpower, and detection, Qi can be manipulated enough to influence the physical world beyond what it can do in the body. It is also important to distinguish that Qi is generated within the body when there is focus and belief in its ability that Qi will always be as malleable and useful as the imagination of the practitioner. The mind's ability to manipulate Qi is greater than most of us can comprehend, and ideally the abilities can be infinite but require practice and dedication. So Qi itself is made in the body, and it can be intended through the mind to manipulate itself through the body, as well as exerting out of the body, and to actually affect the world around us. Cultivating Qi is generated and focused on Qi increasing within the body and mind, but cultivation can be difficult. It is quite different to imagine Qi from a beginner's perspective and to simply just pick up Qi practice. How hard will it be to convince them of letting go of past restrictions of reality when cultivating Qi if it means breaking their finite perspective of reality? How can someone willingly change their mindset to how malleable Qi is and how powerful the mind is when they have no knowledge of it or told from the start there is no such thing as magic? Opening to the higher levels of Qi within the body is like speaking the truth. Cultivators are morally superior and uphold greater perspective because they have allowed their old minds to resemble something stronger, and they have fixed what problems they come with their original ways of thinking. Why would you consider this? Because Qi cultivation is not for the weak-minded, the cowardly, the liars, and the plague of the world that seeks to strip away this path of enlightenment. As a practitioner increases Qi within the body, they also learn to practice life, build stronger morals for themselves, wanting to give, serve, or help others, and become achievers and goals they set to see in themselves. A person will not become achievers and goals they set to see themselves unless they understand and cultivate Qi in a perspective of life while being morally and spiritually corrupt. For example, if a person does whatever they can to scrape up a living, they cannot cultivate if they steal or hurt others because it's not moral. If they can remain good with good intentions, they understood the meaning of sacrifice for the betterment of the future. Any problem the person faces in their life could then be perceived as karma rather than material, and therefore can be dealt with mentally superior thinking and fixing the cause of the issue, instead of letting dread consume their thinking. Accepting karma versus fighting and complaining about it will make cultivators stronger. Going through hardships builds character, or karma, and over time develop willpower that supersedes sets frames of mind and mental barriers. So when you cultivate Qi, you must have, one, a morally sound base. You must have a mindset that is engaging, changeable, and willing to change based off of your perspectives, and that you are willing to go through these hurdles in order to become better. And 3, you must be able to use this ability that you have with yourself to create a stronger guidance system of yourself in order to become stronger and stronger. And the only way to do that is to denounce falsehoods, to recognize problems that you see in yourself as well as around you and learn how to fix them through yourself before out of yourself. Chi's malleability is limited to the user's perspective and malleability. Hence the reason willpower is an even greater force than facts or opinions. It allows practitioners to push their limits, such as when Chi can be applicable to life instead of just a force or just energy. Chi has been used in martial arts to influence faster and powerful hits to opponents and to cultivate in meditation and training. A cultivator of Chi must strengthen both their mind and body to generate more Chi within themselves. A healthier body generates more Chi. The more free the mind is, the easier it will be to manipulate Chi. For people to change from who they are now to cultivating Chi every day, they must first start by strengthening their mind and body. They must first set goals that they can achieve, and bit by bit work themselves out of self-immolation of mind and using the power of will. Willpower is created within the psyche of the individual once they realize that they are more confident in the choices they made. By choosing to follow what they want, the individual is also becoming stronger mentally to outside forces and there becomes less corruptible. This situation ultimately leads the individual to land in a morality-loose place. And by choosing to be moral, they can create more willpower. If they become less moral, they will be not mentally at all strong and mentally will be inferior. Being morally superior based on kindness and helpfulness helps generate Chi. And I say it as this is that the mind is malleable, but it can be restricted to change if it is not conclusive to being able to change. And I said that before in the same passage in which I'm saying now, but what I'm trying to really say is that what's really holding you back is yourself and your perspective of life. In order for that to change, you must change. The point of changing an original's mindset and adapting the form of thinking will bring new perspectives to a cultivator's life. They may notice different patterns or they see many tasks that can be changed in attitude. Chi will be noticed more readily in life without the need for meditation or that it will appear when exerting energy during exercise or activities. With new perspectives and opportunities brings new ventures to explore in life, and the rediscovery and dreamlike feel of childhood can be experienced again. After all, a practitioner will have a body quite in shape versus non-practitioners and will experience a quality of life not experienced by many. Once people are aware of this Chi that can exhibit within them and understand that they're on their command, they can use it to enhance their lives. The fundamentals of strengthening the mind lie within the ability to act commands out of sheer will, knowing that they will instill and defend the position of those actions. Herein lies the ability to command meditation constantly longer, concentrate and detect Chi easy, and focus on the manipulation of Chi once you can direct its pathway in the body. So, concluding with the body is that you want to also not only create a stronger mind, but you want to create a stronger body that houses Chi and allows Chi to flow easier and allow you to manipulate it better. And another part of the mind is that you're going to use a different part of your mind when you're thinking about this whole practice. And in doing so, you're also changing the way that you view and feel out your body as well. So you must be able to create a stronger body both through Chi and through the manipulation of your mind. The strengthening of the body is a lot easier than the mind because it exists in a physical playing field rather than the mind, which is universal and always changing sporadically. The understanding that the physical properties of the universe are stable, which is constantly in motion of vibrational energy, is also malleable by the mind. Everything is perceived is of the mind, and therefore strengthening the body can also be aided by the mind. Commanding action to physically train the body to be stronger is another form of willpower. Cultivators must exercise to maintain their body with proper diets and improve on what their bodies need in order to create a sanctuary body. They must understand that they will not change without changing themselves through action, and in doing so become physically stronger and adapt to changing conditions. For once the body starts cultivating higher levels of Chi, many diet changes will occur. Cultivators might find themselves eating more fruit, or they may consider skipping a meal every now and then to help with meditation on an emptier stomach. Tree fruits are especially keen to knowing and producing quicker levels of Chi within the body because of their fast absorption rate of sugars and the body uses during high energy manipulation. These include oranges, apples, nectarines, tangerines, and grapefruit. So the breakdown of this is I'm also giving you a key to the Chi, which is the diet and exercise portion, as well as certain fruits and vegetables that can help you assist this Chi manipulation. And cultivating Chi in your body It's like fuel for the car. If you're going to change the car's engine to a chi-related engine, you're going to want fuel and oil that support the engine, which is to generate chi. Therefore, we put in fasting and we put in oranges and bananas and all that kind of good stuff, because that's what the body needs for chi cultivation. Another physical change that is experienced through chi cultivation is the calming and pure nothingness that comes from inaction, and none less active than chi is exposed in the body. For example, cultivators will feel chi leaving or entering their fingers or arms even though they are not physically moving. But once the chi is detected and felt within these areas as it passes on to the next, that may incite slight cramping, stretched muscles, or like the internal pressure. It's not conducive with the flexing of the muscle, yet it is felt and perceived within the passing limbs. This is chi detection, but it is also known as the means of how cultivators direct and manipulate it. Practicing meditation practice, stance, breathing, and different posture tricks or actions will yield greater detection and greater focus of the body. Getting used to sitting silently and listening to the body will increase your knowledge of the awareness of your body and its physicality. Cultivators will often use anatomy and research into acupuncture, acupressure, and physical therapy to understand more about the body works and how to gain insight into how to improve chi awareness, or how to increase chi by following certain actions, practices, or visualizations. The primary focus for cultivators should always be about creating more chi and knowing how to control it. Learning anatomy is a secondary skill compared to the feeling of warmth growth from the abdomen that leads to the chest because it's commanded any further. That's the chi going up from your abdomen, so you can control it. Learning anatomy, therefore, the primary physical skill for chi cultivation and control is learned by practicing what is covered within the book, both the core mentality and purpose of chi cultivation and exercises that help mentality of chi. If you successfully cover what is within the book, you will be quite different person than you started. You will see the world from a different perspective, and you'll find another version of what you thought were a hunger and perspective you have of the world. And you might want to have a greater understanding of knowledge and seek knowledge versus understanding material wealth. You'll be physically different, stronger, and alive, and you'll have abilities that others will find quite extraordinary and strange at the same time. You'll be able to pass down the knowledge to others, being able to impress and show what you can do on a daily basis. In turn, you're intentional into reality, mental commands into action, and focused discipline that shapes the mind, body, and soul. So with the conclusion of this passage, not only will you, if you take seriously what's in the book, or take seriously what chi cultivation is, you're creating a stronger mindset, you're creating a stronger mind, you're creating a stronger body, you are creating stronger morals, you're creating stronger perspective, you're creating stronger willpower, you are generating your own chi and learning how to manipulate it and control it in its own form as a same means of guidance to discipline in your own life. So you can apply this to any other skill, anything that you can learn, anything that you want to use in life based off of the discipline and practice you put into chi cultivation. So for those who really want to dive into this, you must put in the time to do this, and in turn you become a greater form of yourself. You even become, like, not necessarily immortal. You don't become immortal, but you become very, very different in terms of your strength, your energy levels, and your ability to use your own energy in this world. The people who are tired constantly or can't work or always trying to get by, they don't have that power within themselves. They don't have the circuitry or the actual body geared to keep them going and keep them energized. It's because they never practiced it. But through this, you are actually practicing more than just mental willpower. You're practicing physical prowess and being able to go longer, and etc., etc., etc. So, thank you very much for listening in. I know I read this passage very fast. If you wish to learn more, pick up the book. Pick up the book. It's on Amazon, $10. If you'd like to read the other book, DMT Meditations, $7 on Amazon. I appreciate everyone coming in and supporting the channel. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.